Alright guys, how's it going? duzlol, bringing some DayZ. I recorded this earlier on and I decided to put a commentary over it because it was pretty interesting. I know I said in one of my previous videos that it's kind of unreliable when I get action, and that is still true, but I randomly put on fraps earlier on while I was near Story Sober, and I decided to keep it on, and I managed to get a little bit lucky, and well, you'll see later on. This isn't a live commentary. I decided to do things a little bit different this time, instead of doing a live commentary while playing. So I'm going to kind of commentate over the top and tell you kind of pointers on how as I go kind of thing, and things you can do better in the same situations. You will see that I get a little bit of screen tearing when I was scoping. The guns I've got right now are, I can't remember what this gun's called. It's got a really long name, but it is the only thermal gun in the game, the only legit one. I believe he took this gun out, but I think he put it back in the recent patch as a mistake. But yep, it's in the game. I haven't hacked it in. I did record this literally an hour ago. So yep, like I said, I'm in Story Sober and this isn't live. I will kind of comment over the top. So you'll see what I'm doing at the moment. I am actually scanning the area around me for thermal markers to see if I can get anybody. You will see I got a few zombies, and I am too far away to actually spawn zombies at Story. So that's kind of an indicator that to let me know that people are actually there. Well, people have been there, so to speak, because you need to go within 200 meters, I think it is, for zombies to spawn at a certain area. And I was about 500 meters away from where I am now, and that means zombies can't spawn in the town in front of us. So they have to be someone else's. So I'm kind of on edge at the moment because I know people are around. Look at the screen tearing there; it's pretty bad. But, yeah, you'll see a couple of the rabbits in the field. That is kind of the colour that people go. Zombies, animals, and humans all have the same colour. But this gun is really fucking awesome when you want to snipe people. Because in my backpack I have an M24, and in my opinion, the M24 is the best sniper in the game. But that's my sole opinion. I mean, you can't argue opinions, so that's well, I really enjoy the M24. I know a lot of people like the ES50 and the 50 cal, but when I say the 50 cal, I mean the M107. But I really enjoy the M24, and I think it's a really superb gun. I know it's not a one-shot kill, but it knocks people out in one shot, 100%. And if you miss the second shot, you should probably uninstall, considering the line down flat. But anyway, right. So you see at the moment I am still being very, very wary, because whenever I've been to Story, 90% of the time there has been contact, and people are generally in the same areas. Up on that hill that I'm looking at right now, people are generally there. So you've got to be really wary when you're at Story. And in situations like this where there's kind of no bushes to cover yourself, you've just got to sprint, because it's no point crouching, as you're a really easy target to hit. So you've got to really sprint across and kind of make the most. Well, not really make the most, that doesn't really make sense in that kind of context, but you've got to just get across into a bush and trees, and then make the most out of the surroundings. So you see here, this is my kind of preferred spot. I really do like going around the back towards the supermarket way, as you have a really good view on the hill where most snipers sit, or people in general, and it is a very good spot because not many people actually check there, and there's quite a few bushes that don't get rendered out at a long range, so it's quite easy to start sitting there as well with camo clothing or ghillie suits. Because I know in this game the engine actually renders trees and bushes out and grass from a far away distance, so you can't really hide in the grass or some of the bushes. But I know a few bushes that you can hide in, and they're really helpful when you're trying to get a couple of kills in Story. As you see as well, as I get closer to the city, they will get more zombie spawns in Story, and that's because, well, I'm going near it, so zombies will spawn because I'm in the range of them spawning. I do get aggro on a zombie in a second. So you'll see here, I'm just scanning the area, seeing if anybody's there. This is a pretty bad thing I'm doing right now. I'm stopped in the middle of the field, scanning the area. If there was somebody there, they could have killed me. And yeah, I would not recommend doing that. I'd recommend scanning the area every time you go to a new bush, and that is generally the best way to do it. The best setup for sniping is, in my opinion, 100% the thermal scope that I've got now, and a sniper of any sort, M24, ES50, M107, possibly a DMR or something. I mean, they're all pretty good snipers. The DMR I really don't like myself, but I know a few friends like it. But that's kind of the same scenario as people don't like the M24, but I do. So I mean, it's all personal preference. I have got rangefinders as well. I am pretty well kitted out. Yeah, I'm pretty well kitted out. I don't generally get myself killed easily. I like to think myself as a pretty decent player now because I've been playing this for a good 3 months. If you look back at my early videos, like my Dozen Friends play, that's kind of the first time I ever went to Story in North West Airfield. So it was like a new experience for me then, but that was like within the first couple of weeks of playing, and I was a really bad player back then. But now I am preferably good, pretty damn good at this game. So you see here again, once again, I am sprinting to the next tree line because going crouch in the middle of the field is really bad, and I do get zombie aggro, which is really fucking annoying, as I thought I was too far away to get it. And you'll see in a second there, yeah, look over there. They're the two guys that will mainly feature on this video that aren't me, and I am really confused how they didn't see me from here. But you will see later on, I go over there and you can't really see much where I am now. It's a little bit foggy. So, but if I can see over there well enough, they surely should be able to see me running across the field with a zombie chasing us. But you know they don't, so it's kind of good lucky on my part. Maybe if it was someone better, or maybe they just weren't looking at this position at the time. But anyway, I'm a little bit fortunate in that case, but that definitely was two people there. And you'll see what I do in a second. So I have a PDW as a secondary here. I picked it up off somebody, and it's not a bad gun to be honest, because in the patch, a lot of the pistols got nerfed. I know the M19 went from being a one-shot zombie kill to a 4-shot zombie kill, and exactly the same with the revolver. The Makarov now takes like a clip or something to kill one zombie, and so does the Glock. So the PDW fares well now in terms of a secondary weapon. So I was pretty lucky to get a few mags of that. And you'll see here, I am starting to take this very, very cautiously now. Like you see over there. Now I think they're looking at me from here because look at the guy in the ghillie suit on the right hand side. So I get behind this bush. This bush won't get rendered out from a far distance because it's nice and big, but everything else around me will, the majority of surroundings. And I really do think these guys see me. You see one of them has a pretty damn big weapon on his back, the one on the right hand side, and the one on the left has something else. I'm not sure at this point. So I whip out my M24 and I get my DMR mag, split that into M24 clips, and I reload. And I really think they know I'm here because I didn't understand how anybody couldn't see me when I was running across that field. So I get the range in a second here, I think, or maybe I just got it. Yep, see, I'll see here, get my range out with my rangefinders. These really come in handy. So that's basically a perfect 500. And look at that on the guy on the right hand side. I really think he's looking at me with the rangefinders. And I get the range set here with my zeroing. And I went for the wrong guy. I really did go for the wrong guy. But he goes down there and his friend starts running off. He runs behind the bush here, so I couldn't get a clear shot at him. And I take a few pop shots, but he runs behind the hill. You'll see here, the guy didn't die, but he did get knocked out, and I do hit him again here. And yep, you will see in a second he does die. If you're watching my murders go up, it's at 2 at the moment, but you'll see it go up with 3. And you'll see that just edging off. Yep, you see that HP Elite was killed, murders 3. So that was a good play on my behalf. But if they were a little bit better, they could have seen me when I was running across the field. But maybe it didn't get, they couldn't quite see it easily because of the fog. Because there is quite a bit of fog in this game from far distance. And you'll see here, I get my L8 5A2 AWS back out. That's what it's called right there. You can see why I didn't remember that. Get the thermal on. He's definitely dead. And I scan the area for his friend because his friend did run off. Now, fair play to the lads. They didn't log off, which... Oh, you won't realise how many kills I've lost to people logging off. It is unbearable some of the times when people log off when they've got really nice gear. And personally, I don't really care about the gear. I just kill people for the sake of killing people now. And I just get enjoyment out of hiding their bodies with Barretts on and ES50s and stuff. I think it's pretty hilarious. So I've got the stage in the game now where I don't need the best weapons to kill people anymore. Like you said, this M24 is a pretty average sniper, but I really do enjoy it. And I am scanning the horizon now because I think his friend had a bigger rifle, so I didn't want to be too hasty in trying to get his body. Now you say some people with a little less experience than me might have just run straight across the city to loot that guy because there was 2 of them. So you're thinking, oh, they might have some decent gear, they might have some decent weapons. I better get over there before he comes back and gets it. But I am in Story sober, and it takes a quite long. About 15-minute run from Cherno, about 20-minute run from Electro to get here. so he's not going to be back anytime soon. And I was wary of his friend, just watching his body as kind of as I went over to get it. So I didn't want to go over it just yet to hide it. So I am still scanning out the horizon, and I believe I get a snippet of his friend soon. Let's see the zombies down there. Like I think I might have. I believe that's it there. That's his friend right there. And you want to know how I know it's him? Because zombies always are moving. There's never a time where zombies stand still. And if you see anybody with a thermal scope when they're not moving, you know the zombies are stood. You know that's a guy or rather an animal. I know. Oh my god, it was so embarrassing. About a month ago now, I went up to the airfield with a couple of friends, and I was pretty freshly spawned. I got a Novi spawn, which is like kind of a buggy spawn, I think. And they were like camping out some guy, thinking he had like an AS50 behind a tree, and we were all like really just watching this guy for an hour because he wasn't moving. But we all thought it was a genuine person. We got a bit closer to him. Turns out it was a boar. But that's another story. I didn't manage to get that recorded. If I got that recorded, that would have been like so good. But yeah, I didn't manage to get that recorded. But nevertheless, here we are now, getting this. So you see what I mean about a lot of the bushes don't get rendered from a distance. See, there's just the bushes are pretty sparse on the other side, which is you've got to be wary of that when you're running through the different areas on this game. You've got to keep that in mind every time you try to take cover behind stuff. Trees are normally a safe bet to take cover behind because they are always quite there. I think trees are always there. Yeah, and you can kind of hide behind them, which is pretty good. But those are pretty common spots for people to look. And you see, I know the guy's in there somewhere because I saw him earlier on, but I'm not sure where because the trees kind of blocked it out. And I don't think you can see through the bushes with a thermal. So I keep this out for the moment in case I get into close quarters with a guy. So because I don't want to be pulling out my M24. And you'll see me just getting a little bit closer here, edging me way towards him because I know he had a sniper because I saw it hanging off his back earlier on, and there's no assault rifle that big. So I kind of fancied my chances if he had a sniper and I had an assault rifle. The server that I always play on, by the way, guys, if anyone wants to join me, is EU #404. I think it's, well, if you filter EU space #404, you'll generally find me on that. I play with a group of friends, about me and 7 other friends. We have a camp and whatnot, and it's just really great server. It's really stable, really good pings for guys in the EU. And yeah, I would highly recommend that server. It's generally always full. I think it's 50 slots. I think it just got upgraded at 50 slots, and 90% of the time it is full. So it's a really good server. So if you find me on there, guys, don't hesitate to kill me, I suppose, because I probably won't hesitate to kill you. Yeah, EU space #404, and that's the server that I always play on. It is up 100% of the time. It has restarts every 4 hours, so there's never really any desync and no lag or anything. It's a really stable server. But anyway, enough rambling. So you'll see me here, not much is going on at the moment. I just took a drink before as my drink was flashing. That's another good tip for you. Only drink when you're only eat and drink when it's flashing, because they're the only times you really need to. Because no matter what you're drinking and eating is on, it will always go up to 100%. So if you're on orange, you eat, it'll go up 100%. If you're on red and flashing, it'll go up to 100%. So there's no real gradual effect of it going up. It's always just straight up to the max. So I would always. And I think a zombie's on me here, which would be a little bit of a bummer, but he wasn't. Luckily, I just heard him. So always eat and drink when you're on 100, when you're on flash and red, so you don't waste anything. You see me here, get a little closer. I go for the kind of Rambo in here, as I didn't really know specifically where he was. I thought at this point he might have logged off, but you'll see in a second it gets a little bit hairy. You see here, I stop because I might think he's in that bush trailing over there as well, but I keep on pushing forward. And he wasn't a ghillie suit as well, so he would have been very hard to spot if he was just in the ground. And you see there, he had the noise. I didn't hear that at the time. He should shoot me with the M4, and I managed to get a few bullets in and pop him, and he's dead. That was a very tense moment right there. He really should have killed me. I have no idea how I didn't die, but yep, that's both of them dead, and pretty good in my opinion. I played that pretty well. If I didn't hide behind that tree, I would have been dead 100%. I'd say he hit me with probably 2 bullets, I'd say. Because I think it's 4 bullets with an M4 to kill me. So he hit me with 2 or 3 bullets, as I'm on 6k. And I managed to get away from him. and kill him. I think I killed him before. Maybe he was on quite low health. Maybe I did hit him earlier on because it only took me like a couple of shots to actually kill him there. So maybe I did hit him earlier on. It's pretty unknown. You see here, he did have an M107. That's the gun I saw earlier on. That is in my opinion, the second powerfulest sniper on the game, behind the AS-50. So he could have killed me in one shot if he saw me across the field, but luckily he didn't. I take his Coyote backpack, the biggest backpack in the game, and I managed to kill him. You see, I don't want the M107. I don't really like that gun too much. I'd rather keep with the M24. So you'll see me just here looting the bodies and whatnot, getting all of his gear, well, taking little bits and bobs of his gear, and yeah, just basically cleaning up. So I'm pretty successful little rated story there. I came on randomly. The server came on randomly. I randomly came on the server just for a little bit, see if I get any action, because I did log on relatively near story. You see there, that's actually my backpack. I did have a ghillie suit. I was initially wearing a ghillie suit, but I found a camo suit on a chopper, and I decided to wear that because I really don't like the ghillie suit. I don't like the look of it or anything. So yeah, if you do have the opportunity when you're sniping, I would always carry around an assault rifle, preferably this gun here, because it's really easy to spot people. Like, I would never have spotted them if I was from a distance. Like, no way in hell would I have even spotted them, and I probably would have been dead if I didn't have that weapon. So that weapon is a really good weapon to look for. You may patch it out in the next patch in the next couple of days after this upload, but it is a crashed helicopter spawn, so I would look for that if you are like an avid sniper. And you'll see me here, I just fiddle around with the weapons. I want to keep with my setup. The only thing I take is his Coyote backpack, just for like 4 extra spaces, I think. Yeah, 4 extra spaces. And like I don't know why I keep frag grenades on me. Like, they're pretty useless, but when there's a group of us friends playing, I quite like just dropping random frag grenades in the middle of the group and telling people like a second after I dropped it, and everyone kind of starts shitting themselves. Yeah, if you want to join me, like I said, EU space hashtag 404 hashtag hash 404. I'm too much of a Twitter user. Hash 404, I think it is. And yep, you see me here just fiddling around with this gear, and I carry on recording it just so you can see how I kind of mess around with gear. I like to keep my setup quite neat. The only thing I like in my main inventory is ammo, and I put everything else in the bag. And I was pretty sure at this time there's only these two guys here, as I killed one without the ghillie suit and I killed one with the ghillie suit. So they're the only two guys I saw, so I was pretty confident in myself just being the only guy in the story. And yep, that's basically it. I hide his body with the M107 on, as I don't want it, and I don't want him going back to get it. And I go off to loot the other guy. The other guy wasn't well equipped, I don't think. I think we only had an M4, the other person, so... But I didn't know that at the time, you can't be too careful. So at least I killed one of them at the start. And you'll see me here, just getting bits and bobs. My bag is pretty full. And I go off to loot the other guy. And the video is coming to a close. I thought it'd be a little bit of an alternative to what people usually bring you in terms of DayZ, as people normally bring you live comms and stuff. But I quite like doing this over the top, kind of hints and tips kind of things, as I like to think myself as a little bit of a veteran on DayZ now, because I've played it for a long time now. And that's basically I've played for a long time, and it's literally the only game out at the moment that is worth playing. And it's decent footage. I mean, like I said, it's unreliable footage, but if you get something like this, it's pretty entertaining at the same time. So that's what I kind of like to bring. I don't want to bring a kind of like a fresh spawn live com thing, because it's just really boring. Whereas this kind of thing is pretty damn good. See, there's screen tearing again. Notch, fucking hell. Rocket really needs to fix that. It's because it's really annoying. Apologies there, guys, for the little bit of stutter in the voice, as someone walked into my room, so I had to quickly turn the recording off. But I'm back here, back where we left off. And you see here, looting the other guy. I did scan the area just in case anybody else was watching, because I did make quite a lot of noise with that weapon before. So yeah, you see, I didn't really have anything special on him, just a few bits and bobs. Pretty average loot, M4 CCO, so it was pretty lethal if I got close, but from long range there's nothing to worry about. You see there in the distance, the field I was running across, you can see why they didn't see me, but if I could see them, they could surely see me, but I don't know, maybe they weren't looking, like I said earlier on. So I got a little bit lucky there. The guy could have seen us if he was scoping in with his M107, but luckily he wasn't. Yeah, so he had a bit of raw meat on him. I take that because I had no one on, none of my friends were online to actually blood bag us at the time. So I took the meat because it's the best source to get up your health back when you're by yourself. And I bury him because I don't want him coming back to get his gear and killing me. I hope you've enjoyed this, guys. Let us know if you actually enjoyed this one, and I may give you more depending on whether I'm lucky enough to get the recording or not. So yeah, give us feedback. It's always nice to get a bit of feedback. And if you want some more DayZ, I will bring more DayZ in the next coming weeks. But anyway, guys, this has been Duz, and I'll see you next time.